welcome. It's Lady Nakazawa here, and today we're going to be getting into some VTuber Newsy news. But before we do, please smash subscribe, hit the like, ring the bell. And guys, do you know they stream on Twitch? Head over to Twitch, and if you're at work, leave me a lurk. Okay guys, on to our very first piece of Newsy news. This is Raora Panthera, and Raora Panthera is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with Hololive. She debuted in June 2024 as part of Hololive, English's 4th generation Justice. So why are we talking about Raora? So just to give you some context here, Raora had a bit of some visa issues back on February 13th, so she had to take a teeny bit of a hiatus, but it looks like she is back. So this is posted on Raora Panthera's X account. This is posted on March 2nd, 2026 at around 6:22 a.m. And Raora says, Chaura Chatini, like a heart and like a happy face. So it looks like she is back, which is fantastic. So even Maury saying welcome home. So if you are a fan of Raora, she is back to streaming. It looks like all the issues have been solved on Hololive's end. So that is wonderful news. Okay guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Phase Connect, and Phase Connect is an English-Japanese virtual YouTuber agency based in Vancouver, Canada. Their goal is to connect people across the globe with lots of fun and laughter. The agency is led by Kevin Lee, aka H2O Sakana. And within Phase Connect, there was a talent named Kaminari Clara, and Clara was a female Japanese-speaking virtual YouTuber associated with Phase Connect. She debuted in 2024 as part of the Phase Kaleo, the first generation of Phase Connect JP. So why are we talking about Phase Connect and Clara? Well guys, just to give you some context here, Phase Connect had announced on February 6, 2026 that Kaminari Clara was graduating. This is a graduation that happened as of 2 days ago. So this is posted on her YouTube channel. So the entire graduation is around 26 minutes. So I definitely encourage you to go watch it. However, this is kind of the TLDR of what happened. So in this screenshot, it says here, to all the Omis that it may concern. Originally, I applied for the JP branch as I thought it would be easier this way. However, I asked to be transferred to the English branch as the time zones didn't match up and we couldn't connect well. I tried to connect to other talents and talk to and played games with them too. However, in May 2024, something happened. I muted most channels and began to self-isolate.
I originally accepted the invitation to join Phase Connect, mainly because I wanted to have gen mates. I'm not good at asking people how to collab, so I thought it would be easier this way. I was hesitant about being placed in JP, but agreed. Once it was clear that my audience was more English, I asked for guidance and was told to lean into it. The problem was that this made it hard to have collabs with my gem mates, because my regular viewers would tune out if content wasn't in English. Our clashing stream times also made it difficult. I asked to be transferred in hopes of feeling less alone, but was told circumstances wouldn't allow it.
I took solace in the fan cord, but I was told I was posting too much. Things began to pile. In July 2025, I was not mentally well enough to stream. I didn't feel safe alone, so I decided to visit family. During early November, I was excited to come back. I had tons of ideas and had paid for custom assets rigged. On November 7th, a conversation was had that led to me realizing that things would never change and I had to leave. It's really hard the last 2 years looking back and realizing how bad it was. I noticed something was wrong as early on as 2024. What kept me going were the Omis, as I was always watching them. I stopped caring about rules. I was asked to be a phase citizen, but there are things that money can't buy despite the passive income it would give.
Some of you may be wondering why I chose not to become a phase citizen. I was asked. Merch would be passive income. There are things that money can't buy.
I hope you understand why I made this decision. I will always love the Omis, but please make this a day to celebrate. Time will bring to light whatever is hidden.
As the Roman poet Horace once said, time will bring to light whatever is hidden.
I want to show you a screenshot. Shows her tweet about nasty comments below a post and accepting any weirdos. I don't regret this tweet. You know who you are, and no one's narrative can change that.
I want to showcase a tweet of mine. And I apologize for the flashbang because it's not my own screenshot. I don't regret this tweet. It's my belief that it's your duty to reel in members of your community when you see them being harmful to others. Silence is complicity. The Omis are as wonderful and open as they are, because that is the standard I held them to. Omis, thank you for helping me build a welcoming community of people from all walks of life. Many of you sent me messages about how much this community helped you come out of your shells and be more confident. You are that community. I may have guided it in a certain direction. You know who you are, and no one's narrative can change that.
Now more than ever, it is important to have community. It's late to say it, but happy Black History Month. Quotes Dan Savage. So, Omis, let's dance. Cuts to webcam. She's dressed in black, masked with a black cloth mask. Karaoke time.
I love my life, I love my Omis, and protect the bricks, protect the doll.
This is posted on the Kurosanji subreddit, posted by this man Newsy, saying Clara's graduation stream. So let's see what some of the people on Reddit are saying. Tongue says, it's also worth noting that she rated Pippa in the end. And then the OP says, say what you want about Pippa, but she has shown growth lately and one of the few talents to support and defend Clara. Too Spooky says, also, she said she joined FaZe to have gen mates and people she could interact with because networking as an indie is hard and she was having a hard time finding her place. She said she worked really hard to be as active and present with her JP gen mates as possible, but when it turned out that she had a larger EN fan base than a JP one, she went to FaZe for advice. She was told to lean into the EN fan base, but ended up isolating her from both EN and JP branches of FaZe. It's really sad to me she didn't have the support in either division to be an olive branch between them, even though she would have, in my opinion, been more than capable to do so. It is a shame that her channel is getting wiped. Grab what you want, fellas, before it's gone. I have no real clue says, this really should come as a surprise to no one, but this is the proof that no, FaZe cannot actually, quote, do nothing and win. FaZe has reached the point where a certain part of their community and supposedly parts of the company itself have become actively detrimental to their talents and the business. Them, quote, doing nothing is essentially directly responsible for Clara leaving. Now we wait and see if this brings about any changes to the company / talent communities, doubtful, or if this eventually causes more graduations or things coming to light. CM Bucket says, I think it is an open secret how flimsy FaZe management is with how much the girls like to joke about his struggles to message them. Sakana fails to realize that FaZe only gotten this far because Niji EN and V Shoujo shot themselves, making them second place by default. Despite what chuds say, being controversial can only get you so far. Mathematician says, Lori and Emmy were in the chat showing their support. Surprisingly, Otsaka Rei was also there in chat as well from the beginning to the end to show her support for Clara. She was the most talented singer and entertainer that I've ever seen in a corpo that wasn't Hololive. It was as if Sakana had found himself in a Hololive Devis girl that could speak English and decided to take her for himself for Phase Connect, and he squandered it. I hope Clara comes back someday, more brighter and higher than ever. Sing loud, beautiful showgirl. This next clip I'm going to show you, this is the end of Clara's graduation stream. I feel it is very telling, but let's just take a listen and you can tell me what you think.
I had something cool to say at the end, but I don't really remember. See you on the other side, homies. Your skeletons are mine.
Take this job and shove it. I ain't running no more. Come with it, make it all the people. Take this job and shove it. I won't get no more. Take this job and shove it.
Okay. Wow. Wow. Okay. Wow. Well, guys, you know how I often say that VTubers speak in metaphor? Take this job and shove it is a very interesting metaphor. What do you guys think it means? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Stronny Cuttles, and Stronny Cuttles is a female Scottish VTuber affiliated with Vialure's first generation Indulge. So why are we talking about Stronny? Well, guys, this is posted on the virtual YouTuber subreddit. This is posted by Danganronpa, and it says here, VTuber Stronny Cuttles from Vialure is being impersonated on Discord. The scammer is trying to get personal information from VTubers and setting up collabs as Stronny. So you can see here, this is a screenshot of Stronny's X account, and it says here, sorry for a serious tweet, but sadly someone is impersonating me. They are setting up collabs with other VTubers in private VTuber connection Discords, apparently giving content creation advice and potentially tricking people into befriending them for personal information to use against you. This is not my account. I will never ask you for money or your personal info. Please be smart and keep your wits about you. The description is generic as hell and nothing to do with me. Please be careful. So then you can see here, this is the screenshot of the impersonator. So guys, if you see this particular person, please make sure to block and report them because obviously that is not Stronny. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy news. This is Mythos, and Mythos is an agency of VTubers themed around the pantheon of Greek gods. And this is Clotho, and Clotho is a female English-speaking virtual YouTuber affiliated with Mythos who debuted in solo. So why are we talking about Mythos and Clotho? Well, guys, this is posted on the virtual YouTuber subreddit. This is posted by Scaro1789. It says here, Clotho/Fate Mythos will be graduating from Mythos on March 12th. So let's take a look at this graduation notice. So this is a screenshot of the graduation notice that is posted on Mythos X account. So it says here, Dear Mythos community, with deep, heavy hearts, we announce that Clotho will be graduating from Mythos. Everyone at Mythos wishes her nothing but the very best in all her future endeavors. We fully respect and support her decision. Clotho debuted back in 2024 and has contributed so much creativity to Mythos. Her passion and drive helped shape the Mythos community to what it is today. We are so thankful for everything she has shared with us throughout her time here. Farewell streams will conclude on March 12, 2026 at 12 p.m. PST. Any merchandise under the Clotho brand will no longer be available for purchase 30 days after graduation graduation. We kindly ask for your understanding and support during this time, and for your continued encouragement for the remaining talents as we move forward together. Thank you, Clotho. You and your sisters will always remain an important part of Mythos' story. Let's make these final moments unforgettable. Best regards, Mythos. This is posted on Clotho's X account saying, hello, Thimbocels and Mythos community. Let's talk about this over on my Twitch today at 3 p.m. PST and 6 p.m. EST. Everything will be okay. Heart. So anyways, guys, kind of see like a lot of people have been leaving Mythos as of late. So if we scroll down on virtual YouTuber wiki, you can see here like not many people are left at Mythos. You can see here Poseidon's left, Hollow, Ares, Dionysus, and Aphrodite are left. Something is definitely happening over at Mythos for this many people to be leaving. What exactly that is, I'm not sure. But anyways, guys, this is something that we just need to keep our eyes peeled for. Where she is going after this is unclear, but this is something we have to keep our eyes peeled for. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is WeebCon, and WeebCon is in Grapevine, Texas. It is April 3rd to April 5th, 2026 at the Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center. So why are we talking about WeebCon? Well, guys, WeebCon has had a bit of an interesting restriction when it comes to their dress code. So this is a screenshot from their website saying dress code. WeebCon is a family-friendly event. There will be minors in attendance, so please keep that in mind when considering your clothing, cosplay, and conduct. It says here, there is no bunny/Easter themed references allowed in costumes at the Gaylord Texan Resort and Convention Center. This includes, but not limited to, high cut or leotard style bunny suits, bunny ears, confetti and plastic Easter eggs, religious iconography related to Easter/Easter celebrations. So you're like, okay, it's a little bit strange because, you know, bunny girls and anime conventions kind of go hand in hand, but this kind of explains a little bit further as to why that is. So this is posted by Breedmancer saying, ha ha ha, WTF, WeebCon official. Guess you can't cosplay Pippa if you're going to WeebCon. And then there's a bunch of like, you know, clown emojis. So it says here, readers have added context to this image. This restriction is in place due to an Easter event happening at the Gaylord Resort at the same time as the convention in order to prevent con attendees from being mistaken as part of the Easter event. So you can see here, so WeebCon has officially responded saying, this is a policy that was put in place by our venue and we are respecting our partners by providing this in our dress code. Of course, everything is case by case. So then Breedmancer says, so is Pippa, Pipkin okay or not? And then WeebCon says, yes, I would suggest having ears that are detachable in case you are on the Gaylord side of the resort and not on the WeebCon side. The Gaylord will be hosting their Easter themed events that same weekend for non-con goers at the resort, and we are trying to ensure any hotel guest doesn't mistake Easter themed con goers as part of the Gaylord's Easter event taking place on the resort side of the facility. So essentially that's the reasoning as to why there is no bunny girl dress code for WeebCon this year. However, you can see here some people are having issue with this, especially because WeebCon is saying that it is a family-friendly event. Zance VT Inc. says, quote, family friendly, and then there's a bunch of 18 plus content creators, some of which are bunny themed too. You VTuber fans should not tolerate this under any circumstances. Free the bunny girl. Minors should not be allowed in VTubing in the first place. You can see here within the Oshi Lounge, there is virtual meet and greet for Cottontail VA, Onigiri, Podjkin, and Vexoria. So then Zan continues to say, these rules are silly rules made by silly people for silly reasons. You can't have it both ways, Gaylord. So anyways, guys, what do you think of WeebCon enforcing the no bunny dress code? Do you think that it is reasonable, or do you think that it's a little bit crazy? Let me know in the comments below. Okay, guys, on to our next piece of Newsy News. This is Dokibird, and Dokibird is an independent English language VTuber, originally debuting in May 2020. She retired in May 2021, only to make a return in February 2024. She mainly streams on YouTube. So why are we talking about Dokibird? Well, guys, looks like Dokibird is doing an interesting collab with Senpai Squad. So this is posted on Doki's X account on February 26, 2026 at around 6:54 p.m. And Doki says, vroom, Senpai Squad net turned me into a car. But wait, there might be a special merch drop tomorrow for my car goons at 10 a.m. PST. So let's take a look at the trailer. So obviously that song is always a banger. Might have to clip it out in post if it gets copy striked. Anyways, so then Doki continues to say, Senpai Squad and Dokibird merch collab. Vroom vroom, racing Doki Queen is real. Now you can customize your car from air fresheners to license plate frames. Show up to the crew in style. Every purchase comes with a free digital wallpaper. So then this is the trailer for that as well. is pretty much showing all the things that are available. So if you go to the Senpai Squad website, you can see that everything is live here. There are some pre-order bundles as well. So anyways, guys, if you are a fan of Doki and Senpai Squad, please make sure to go check out this collab. Okay, guys, and that's it. That's the end of the VTuber Newsy. Thanks so much for watching. If you like what you see, please make sure to like, subscribe, comment, all that good stuff. And guys, if you're not able to watch me on Twitch, that is no problem. I do have a YouTube channel called Lydia VTuber Plays that backs up all my gameplay, and I probably played through some of your favorites, and I just finished Parasite Eve. Okay, guys, thanks so much for watching. Hope you have a great day. Take care. Mwah! Bye-bye. Exactly. Okay. I don't know what's here. Is this Licky guy? Licky boy? Where's Licky boy? No Licky boy. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! Jesus! Jesus! Okay.